$4,750 a day from crypto. Hi guys, my name is Deepak Shukla, founder at Pearl Lemon Crypto. And if you are part of my Facebook audience, then you'll see that I put this post out a couple of days back. And if you're not, then welcome. I want to walk you through what I'm doing currently in short and straightforward terms to generate that kind of money from crypto. So just a little bit about me very briefly, if you're watching this for the first time. My name is Deepak Shukla. As I said, I run an agency where maybe, 140 people overall. This is me in various guises, as you can see. So feel free to look me up. It will give you a lot of information about me online. And then the company that I run, the general company that I run, you can look us up also. It's Pearl Lemon. You can see that's us. So I've recently got into the space of crypto and just ready to bring you up to speed. As you can see from here, I am on a journey to see what I can do to generate $8,000 per day. I spent a ton of time with tutors, with YouTube, with paid communities. I've been in this space for a short 8 weeks now, and I really, in this stupid, simple, ultimately video, want to run you through what it is I'm doing to generate that kind of income. But I want to begin with, first of all, talking about why crypto, if I'm running a already multi-million dollar business. So I just want to run you through, and I say that not from a position of arrogance, but just to underline why I think it's incredible. So I just want to, you know what, the crazy thing about financial services, right? About financial services in general, and let's just see how good, this is Canva Draw, by the way, so feel free to just jump in and use Canva Draw, is that the leverage of your own skill set is just crazy. Okay, so what I mean by that is that if I improve within my marketing space, as an example, then really as a consequence, you'll see that I get better. So I get better, right? But then I need to fundamentally have that transition into my client results, have that transition into clients being willing to pay me more, and having that transition into a bottom line. And obviously, if it's just team of one, then that is fundamentally time in exchange for income, okay? And that expands out even if you've got a team. If you've got a team suddenly of, let's say, that's meant to be three, but 3 people, I'll get better at this drawing stuff. If you've got a smiley face, if you've got a team of 3 people, then it's still a case of trading time for hours. Now, to a degree, there's still some ability to fundamentally have freedom here because, for example, right now at the moment, I'm spending 4 days a week now, as of literally pretty much last week, on finance investments and 1 day a week on the agency. And I'm able to do that because the group, Pearl Lemon Group, I should say, it's Pearl Lemon Group rather, as you can see here, is in a space where it can run pretty much independently without my involvement. So why do I do that? Why do I do that, and why not scale the agency instead? Well, first and last of all, a buddy of mine, Luke Oppenheim, he fundamentally was able to generate £57,000 or euros, whatever it was. It was pounds or euros in 1 day. Okay, 57K in 1 day. Okay, and that's income in his pocket without doing anything else. So for those of you who are already finance heads, you kind of get it. For those of you who aren't finance heads, why am I doing this? Is because the ability to generate leverage in terms of my skill and the improvement of my skill and the improvement of my experience has exponential returns in terms of it being a one-person business, right? There's guys out there that are making $500,000 a week, okay, which is $2 million a month, which is 24 million a year, which is absolutely damn crazy. Even if we pen that down a little bit, 20 million a year, that's take home before taxes. So after tax, let's just say it's even 15 million, 25% tax. It's $15 million a year, 50 million pounds a year. Doing that with my agency, assuming I've got a rate of 30% profitability, right? That would then mean I would need to do something in the region of 50 million pounds to generate 15 million a year. Now, the path to doing that within the Pearl Lemon Group is definitely doable, definitely possible. What's interesting is let me go back a step. Doing that within the financial markets is much, much quicker. I do believe it's much, much quicker. And that's why I've decided to take a turn and have a big focus into building the financial part of Pearl Lemon, okay? Ergo, or aka Pearl Lemon Crypto, right? So that's why I've decided to I really need to find something that can draw much better for me because my mouse is just terrible. So that's PLC, Pearl Lemon Crypto. So that's why I've got into the game, okay? It's why I'm getting into the game. And that's why, as I said here, if we have a look at this now, you can see that I have been able, and this is a wallet that I've grown, it's $18,000. I think I've since got it I actually lost a couple of $1,000 yesterday trying some experiments because I'm continuously experimenting. But I got this up to, since then, $28,000. So with that in mind, let me just run you through the first simple, stupid strategy as to how exactly you can do that, okay? So you have something called, and let's do this. You have something called, you know what, I'm just going to show you. You have something called Orca. So I'm going to log into Orca, okay? And Orca is a AMM. So an AMM is AMM, meaning Orca is an automated market maker, decentralized exchange platforms that allows users to trade cryptocurrency directly without need for centralized intermediaries. The system uses an AMM mechanism, meaning users add liquidity and add fees for doing so. It's a decentralized exchange that allows users to trade cryptocurrencies directly. So it's a DEX that uses an AMM mechanism, okay, decentralized exchange. So we jump into Orca now, okay? And for those of you who I will be making further videos, feel free to ask your questions below. You can have a look into more of this, but I want to show you very quickly the strategy that you can use out of the gate to generate, for example, $8,000 a day. So if we go to Fartcoin Sol, so Fartcoin is a meme coin. It's a relatively, amongst as meme coins go, stable. If I set a custom range within, for example, Fartcoin as a space, you can see that what you can do is make money in markets where it goes sideways, it's going sideways here, or where it ranges. So if we look at that being a 10% range, if we look at that as a 20% range, you can see that if I just bring this up, put that there, and then put this, let's say, there. We've got a, go even further up there, let's say, and that's at its high point, right? We go there. That is a 32% range one side, 12% range the other side. But on that balance, whatever balance you put in, you can make 1.4% a day, okay? And that's if you just choose to not rebalance and do those types of things. So if you're then to put $1,000 in, okay, you can earn $14 a day, okay, $14 a day. Now that balance, the actual balance you have there will fluctuate, but all of a sudden, if you go to $10,000, it's 146. If you go to $100,000, it's 1,422. Now, $100,000, of course, is a lot of money, but what if I do all of a sudden, if you're able to manage it, a 10% range, okay? It's still staying in range, as you can see, pretty much from the 29th for 2 days. And if it goes out of range, you rebalance, meaning you exit, you re-enter a new range, but all of a sudden, it goes to 2,687, okay? And that's on a 2%. Now, this can fluctuate. I've seen it go as high as 15%, okay? So if we, for example, just for argument's sake, do 5% now, yeah, it'll require more active management, of course, but all of a sudden you're at $5,000. But if we, for example, looking at that 5%, so let's just ask ChatGPT something, because I'll be able to show you as an example what you can do for those of you, if you're already in the world of decentralized exchanges and DEXs and LPs, and it's called LPing, you'd already have a familiarity with this. But let me just ask this question. If I'm making, for it, what do I need to do? If I'm earning 15% daily on my money, what amount of capital would I need to ultimately put in with a 15% daily APR or yield generates $4,750 per day? So let's see what this happens here. Now, what's interesting whilst we're doing that is, if you're smart, and let's just do this. What I'll do is we go to the full range. And we'll do a cool little screenshot. We'll dump that into here. Now, if you're smart, you can basically, if you look at this, change that to, you can make money as the market goes up in 2 ways, okay? So you'll have 2 ways of being able to take profit, if you will, and that's where you can really get some interesting returns. So and this is what happened in my case, if you catch the move whilst it's going up in that direction, okay, and I did, okay, the reason, and I'll show you what happened, but if you're able to catch that move, you can earn fees along the way, you can earn actual fees of the increased value of the coin itself, and that means you get you double dip effectively. So you're getting the APR that comes in across that. You're getting the actual increase in value of the coin. And then if you set tight ranges, if you do that to that, you can then start getting some really, really interesting daily yield coming out. Okay, and as you see here, it will sell you, you need $31,000 in capital if you're earning 15% a day to make $4,750 a day. 15% daily is bananas. If it's sustainable long term, spoiler, it usually isn't, and it isn't. It's an incredible way that you can earn, and the way that you do it is you earn probably 7% there, 5 to 7%. But then what you're doing is you're making money on this range as it goes up. I don't even know why I moved screen, as it goes up in this direction, and in that way you're able to get some really interesting returns. Okay, so in a nutshell, that is how you can begin to make $4,750 a day if you catch moves. And just to underline what moves did I catch, you can go Fartcoin value explodes, whale buys in. I'll show you. Fartcoin explodes 30%. Whale spends 1.7 million to sweep Fart, splashed out. Crazy sleeping up $4.9 million. Fartcoin explodes. So that was the 2nd of Jan, but this one was 7 days ago. This one was the 22nd of March. So I caught these, and then also what I caught was Orca exchange listing. Where was it in the news? Here we go. Orca is now available for trading in BTC USDT, opening doors to South Korea's massive altcoin market. So I caught these 21st of March, as you can see, and then that was, if we go back, that was the 21st of March, and then this was the 22nd of March. So I caught both moves, and as a consequence, I was able to generate $4,750 a day because of the APRs I was able to achieve, as well as surges in prices, capturing both double dipping. So that means in a sideways moving market, you're able to make money. In an upwards moving market, you're able to make money. And in that way, I was able to generate $4,750 a day. And now the goal is to figure out how I can get it up to $8,000 per day. So if you've got any questions, let me know. That's everything from Pearl 11 Crypto. We got a Telegram. The Telegram will be in the actual description, so feel free to join our Telegram as well. Thank you very much.